why you shouldn't wait for miracles. That kind of topic will be catastrophic for a lot of people in churches. That kind of topic will be catastrophic for a lot of charismatic believers. That kind of topic is catastrophic for people who go to church just for miracles. That kind of topic is catastrophic for those who think that this year is their year of miracles. And here comes Pastor Sunday and says why you shouldn't wait for miracles in 2017, why you should not expect a miracle in 2017. So what should we expect? Where are we heading? Where are we going to with this message? So instead of being busy waiting for miracles to come, it's better to sit down and to use this season to plan out something for your life, to plan out something better, to plan out your miracle instead of waiting for the miracle. So miracles, that's not the way to go. Waiting for miracles, that's not the key. Expecting miracles, you could, but don't just expect miracles. Don't just wait for miracles. So that's why this topic, this whole week, is going to challenge your theology a lot. It's going to challenge you from your comfort zone, and it's going to be sometimes unpleasant. It's going to be a little bit unpleasant to you, but if you will listen, and if you will want to learn and really listen, not to criticize and not to flare up, but to really get the gist of the message, things, you'll begin to be in charge of your life. Your life will no more be a mystery. Your life is not going to be something that is uncertain anymore. You could actually make your life certain and know exactly what you want and how to get what you want. Now, let me start by talking about one of my favorite quotes. One of my favorite quotes. Maybe some of you have heard of Ralph Waldo Emerson, right? Now, Ralph Waldo Emerson is a great American writer. I so much subscribe to a lot of his ideas and a lot of his thoughts. We reason together in a lot of ways, in a similar way. So if you read some of my books, especially my books in English, in Russian language, I use a lot of quotations from Ralph Waldo. Ralph Waldo Emerson, he has some great thoughts. He has some great thoughts. And one of the great thoughts of Ralph Waldo Emerson is what I would like to start this message with. Now, maybe you've come across this before, maybe you have not, but it's a great thought. It's a great thought, believe me. So what does he say? What does Ralph Waldo Emerson say? Ralph Waldo Emerson say, for example, let me tell you something first of all about my life before I tell you the quotation of Ralph Waldo Emerson. To a large extent, I feel that I'm not living among my contemporaries. I think many times that I'm living I'm living among a few great minds that have lived before, or I am living among my people have not yet been born. They're out there. People who think like me or who think like me are not yet here. They are yet coming. They are yet to come. But I see some of them in history. Like we have the same mind. One of those people is Ralph Waldo Emerson. Not to the great extent, but I want to go. I see myself mainly going to Africa, especially, and in Christianity. I see myself as the Christian Voltaire. Yeah, I see myself as the Christian Voltaire. In French, I think that would be Voltaire. Voltaire. I see myself as the Christian Voltaire. That's what I want to do in Africa. That's what I want to be in Africa. I want to be the Voltaire of my generation for the African continent and for Nigeria in particular. So the Immanuel Kant of modern times, but especially Voltaire, but the Christian Voltaire, the God's Voltaire. That's my greatest. That mind is like my is my. I think his mind is closest to mine as a philosopher, but as revolutionary, I see myself more as Martin Luther King. I mean, not Martin Luther King, Martin Luther, and Martin Luther King as well, but Martin Luther, more of Martin Luther, and yeah. Okay, Elizabeth Ali said, Pastor, I read chapter 1 of Insulted by Ungodliness this morning. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I am more angry than Martin Luther King right now. Indeed, the book is not for those who love comfort. We'll keep reading after this session. Thank you, Pastor, for the wake-up call. I told you that book is a gift for people who want to be on fire. And that book is for people who want to do so, who want to be revolutionaries and who want to change the world. That book, Insulted by Godliness, people are thinking that I wrote good books, but Church Shift is a good book. People think, Money Will Make You Rich is a good book. Wait till you read the book on Insulted by Ungodliness. Wait till you read Insulted by Ungodliness. You will then discover that, wow, Pastor Sunday is just so a miracle every day. So if you don't have that book, actually before the end of the year, that is before Saturday, if you could get your copy before Saturday, you are actually getting it for free almost. I think it's $2 or something, or $2.50 or something. So it's almost for free on Amazon and Okada Books, especially if you are getting the electronic copy, Insulted by Ungodliness. So anyway, talking about Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson said something that I really feel that we need to pay attention to. And that is what I want to start my message this week with. So, like I said, he says a lot of things, a lot of very good things he has said. And he says all the time that I'm really just in love with. But today's quotation is one of my favorite quotations from him. It's one of my favorite quotations from Emerson, Ralph Waldo Emerson, and that is what it says is, shallow men believe in miracles or luck. Shallow men believe in luck or miracles. Shallow men believe in luck or miracle. And that's nice. Strong men believe in cause and effect. So shallow men believe in luck or miracles, but strong men believe in cause and effect. Well, what do you think about that? That's not for religious mind, isn't it? That's not for religious people, and it's not for religious minds. It's not for religious minds. It's not for religious minds. It's for thinking minds. Shallow men believe in luck and miracles. Shallow men believe in luck and miracles. But strong men believe in cause and effect. I want you to think about that again. Why you should not expect miracle in 2017. Not because I don't believe in miracles, And not because I'm saying there are no miracles, and not because I'm thinking that you should not believe in miracles. That's why I said that this message this week is going to shake your theology, and it's going to really mess up religious people. Religious people, and especially charismatic people, are going to be mad this week. They are going to, but before you get mad, I want you to listen carefully to everything in details, and only after that, think if you are always right, and if you are right where you are, in the school of thought that you've been, or you need to learn a few things. And if Pastor Sunday is saying it, if Ralph Waldo Emerson is saying it, these are not people who don't know anything. They know some things. And especially if I am saying that, because I'm a miracle worker. I'm a miracle worker for sure. I think if you are going to talk about documented miracles, I probably have more miracles than most preachers in the world, but I don't campaign with them. I don't push them forward. I don't flaunt them. I don't use them as the big thing, because miracle is not the big thing. The miracle is, that's why the Bible says that miracle is for children. It's children's bread. It's not for adults. It's not for grown-up people. It's not for thinking people. It's for, like, Ralph Waldo Emerson said, it's for shallow men. It's for shallow people. It's either for children or for, for weak people. Weak people. So when we now reduce ourselves and our lives to only waiting for miracles, we make ourselves weak. When we reduce ourselves to people who are only waiting for chance and luck, we dishonor not just ourselves, we dishonor God. Even though God himself is the miracle worker, but when you begin to wait for miracles, you dishonor God. Even though God himself is the biggest miracle worker in the world, God himself is the one that came about the ideas of miracle. But once you begin to fold your hands and only wait and pray for miracles, you give God a dirty slap in the face. That is a slap in God's face. Waiting. Underline the word waiting. Waiting for miracles. When you begin to wait for miracles or run after miracles or expect miracles, you give God a slap in the face. Miracles are not for grown men. Miracles are not for matured men. Miracles are children's bread. Miracles are for children or for unbelievers. In Corinthians, it says miracles is for unbelievers. Miracles are for unbelievers. In the gospel, it says miracles are for children's bread. In the Old Testament, we see that miracles is for the wilderness. Once people get to the promised land, they have to perform their own miracle by themselves. So Ralph Waldo Emerson knows what he's talking about. And even Jesus said that go and preach this gospel of the kingdom, and these miracles shall follow you. These signs shall follow you. So even God, even Jesus will feel insulted when we begin to wait for miracles or run after miracles or expect miracles. Jesus expects miracles to run after you. Jesus does not expect you to run after miracles. Miracles should follow you. Miracles should run after you. You should not reduce yourself to any that runs after miracles. When you begin to run after miracles, you reduce yourself. You dehumanize yourself. You devalue when you begin to wait for miracles, run after miracles, you make yourself of lower quality than you really are. You reduce your significance. You reduce your essence. That is why he said, these signs shall follow. Who is following who? Is it the man created in God's image that is following miracles, running after miracles? Or miracles running after the man? But what we have done in the church today is that we have reduced man to animal level. We have reduced humans to the level of animals. So we just reduce them to insignificant, irrelevant human beings that are too weak to determine and decide their destinies. So weak that the only thing we educate them in is we just educate them that they are too weak to do anything, to make anything happen, that the only thing they can do is to helplessly be running from one miracle center to the other. That they will be running from one miracle crusade center to the other, from one prayer meeting to the other, from one crusade grant to the other, from one camp meeting to the other. Because they have been reduced in their significance. They have been reduced in their values. That the only thing now that we see their fit to do is to make them like animals that are void of strength, void of willpower, and void of creativity. So much that the only thing they can do now is to go and be begging for miracles. Even God himself does not want you to beg for miracles. He doesn't even want you to beg him for miracles. In fact, as a matter of fact, there was a time when Jesus saw so many people come to him and said, why are you following me? Is it because you saw miracle yesterday? He said, come on, get out of here, so that I will not see you here. If you are following me because of the miracles that you see, if you are following me because I did miracle yesterday, I don't need you. Don't let me even see you here. Come on, get out of here. You don't deserve to be my disciples. You don't deserve to be my followers. Are you following me because I fed 5,000 yesterday? But in today's church, we rather want them to follow us because of that. We are reducing people to be weak men, shallow men. We make people weak and shallow. We make people helpless. And we make people into slaves in their minds when we teach them to run after miracles. When we teach them to live for miracles. When we teach them that miracles is what they should expect every time. So, I don't know how many of you will get angry at me. And I don't know how many people will say I'm in error. But when we get to heaven, you will discover the truth. As wonderful as miracles are, and like I said, but they are only children's bread. As wonderful as miracles are, they are only for unbelievers. Signs are only for unbelievers. Signs are for unbelievers. That's why God will always anoint evangelists more, because he doesn't expect evangelists to be doing signs and wonders in the church every day. He expects evangelists to be in the field winning unbelievers to the Lord. That's why, that's where they're supposed to be. That's where miracles belong. But here you are supposed to bring maturity out of people. So today, I'm teaching this because I know that a lot of you who are watching me, and some of you are saying you are Pastor Sunday's disciples, and you are, you are busy enjoying, you are busy enjoying your holiday season now. Oh, Christmas, happy Christmas party! You wear cap and run about and throw party around, and 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, you are just enjoying yourself. And then some of you are going from one prayer house to the other. Okay? And then you are expecting that next year, and God will just visit you, there will be miracles. Like you are waiting that next year will be better than this year, and that God will send some miracles. Well, that time you are running about, doing, happy Christmas and all that, and wearing cap and dancing, partying. Maybe that's the time you are supposed to sit down. Do some serious thinking. Do the analysis of the year that has just passed. Get your thoughts together for the next year. Plan out what you want to see next year. What are the things you must change? What are the things you must do differently? What are the things that you must introduce? What are the routines that you want to develop? What are the principles that you want to surround your activities and your life around? And what are the new things that you want to do so that you'll be able to experience all the new things and the things that you never experienced this year? You have to plan out your miracles by yourself. So instead of you to plan out your miracles by yourself, you are busy going about and looking for miracles and going about expecting miracles and doing party, happy birthday, this and that. So that time you are using to party and to run about. Why don't you just lock yourself up? Why don't you just get into solitude, get yourself together, clear your mind, get new ideas, hear from God, build your strategies for next year. Then you make your miracles predictable by yourself. You'll be in charge of your own life. You'll be in charge of your own principles. You'll be of your own destiny, of your own future. Then after you have done your best, after you have planned everything out, after you know what you are supposed to do and what is waiting for you, then you don't even need to pray for miracles. You can now say, okay, God, this is it. I've done my best. And once you've done your best, you don't even need to ask for miracles. Miracles themselves will begin to follow you. Not you following miracles. Not you looking for miracles. Miracles themselves. Miracles themselves will begin to follow you. Now, let me tell you why I said I'm not big on those holidays and party and New Year, Christmas, and all those kind of festivities. The reason why I'm not big on those things is because they are distractions. To a large extent, they are distractions. Those things like parties and New Year and Christmas, you either use them to fortify yourself, to solidify yourself, to maybe go and be alone, maybe to go and meditate, think your life through, plan things out for yourself. Or you use it to be a time when you write your book, or a time when you do what you couldn't do all the months before. Or you want to use it as a time when you want to get knowledge, you want to go and read. Or you want to use it as a time, it starts to be a time that you are using to fortify yourself, to strengthen yourself, to strengthen your vision, to pursue your vision, to pursue God, it has to be, you have to be in charge. It shouldn't be, you shouldn't let yourself be in the flow of the moment. You should not make yourself to be the victim and the slave of public opinion, and you don't and begin to do what everybody else is doing. You shouldn't make yourself that weak. And another thing you could do is you could use it to pursue your vision. You could use it to fortify your team. You could use this as a time to go and get knowledge, or as a time to prepare your people, to train your people, or to put up some programs. When I was actively pastoring, what I used to do most of the time, every holiday, I would put up a program. I would put up a training program, or an outreach program, or a teaching program, or a master class, or an HMT, or a retreat program, or a leadership program, one thing or the other. I will use it to do something that is constructive, instead of just running about and doing what everybody wants to do in holidays. Yes, it could be a time for recuperation as well. It could be a time for rejuvenating yourself and to rest, recouping your energy. Yes, it could be a time like that. Then what you could do is go travel somewhere and rest, and what you are. But it has to be a purposeful time. That's the idea. It has to be a purposeful season. It has to be a time that you are on top of it, and you know exactly what you're doing, why you are doing it, why you want to take that particular step, and what is the result you want to get at the end of the day. So it must be an informed decision, a conscious season. Because during the holiday season, it's not a conscious season for a lot of people. It's a season of instinct, and it's a season of reflexes, and it's a season of stimulation. People just get stimulated, and they just get themselves stimulated by everything that is happening around. And it's supposed to be actually the most profitable time for you. It's supposed to be one of the most the rewarding, profitable time of growth for your own self. So instead of you sitting around partying and then expecting miracles, it's better for you to go and sit down somewhere, get your acts together, plan out for your miracles, do everything you need to do before you expect a miracle. Dr. Ladi said, an anesthesiologist friend of mine told me that he raised people from the dead daily at work. People go to the operation room and expect to come out alive. If the anesthesiologist is not knowledgeable, then you will need a miracle. Exactly. You are going ahead of me, Pastor. You are a thinking mind. You are thinking so fast, because I wanted to talk about that. It's better to go and get the knowledge. That, whatever you call him, anesthesiologist, that anesthesiologist, it's better to do what he has done. How is life supposed to be lived? Life is supposed to be lived just like that. You are supposed to do what? You are supposed to be in charge of your time. Use your time as your investment period. Use your time as the time when you invest your time wisely. Use your time wisely. So this holiday season is a time for you to use an opportunity for you to use it wisely, to plan for the coming year, to put things together. And then you will not be waiting for miracles the next year. You have prepared for miracle, and you are now expecting miracle based on your preparations. So what I think is the way we are supposed to live as humans is that we are supposed to build ourselves up get to know God's will, get to know the way to carry out that will of God, prepare ourselves for it, build structures, build systems, work hard towards that. And so that you will not need to be waiting for miracles because you are not prepared. It is always better, let me say it this way. I would prefer to build a hospital where there will be miracles every day. I would prefer to build a hospital where people will be cured from diseases, from malaria, let's say malaria, for example, or from flu, just ordinary thing like flu. I would rather have a hospital in every city where things like flu, malaria, cancer, accidents could be cured on daily basis than sitting in church and expecting miracles. That if somebody is brought to the church to be killed, that people should be praying for miracles that the malaria will go or the flu will go. What about if the guy that is the miracle worker is not around that day? What about if he's sick himself? What about if he goes to town, he goes out of town? Hospitals are better than miracle crusades. Hospitals are more reliable. Why? Because they are based on laws. That is the way God has created the earth, that we should get his wisdom, his knowledge, and use that wisdom and knowledge to build a predictable life rather than expect miracles. Sitting down and expecting miracles. So now you begin to understand what Waldo Emerson says better. Because it's only shallow men, instead of them going to study medicine, instead of them to build medical schools, instead of them to build hospitals, and learn the trade, learn the act of curing people, they would rather not go to study. They will not go to build hospitals. They will not build teaching hospitals. They will not build medical schools. They will not go and study medicine. They will rather go and to church and be saying, oh, we want miracle working power to come. But the thing with miracle working power is you can't always predict if it's going to work or not. It's only God who is the miracle worker. That's why all the miracle workers, they cannot always give you any guarantee. But at least with hospitals, you know the result. That if you take your tablets well, if you go according to the rule, everything will be okay. Only in exceptional cases, things will not be okay. Either when your time is up, that you need to die, or that you are not treated well. But if everything is treated well, knowledge is superior to miracles. Knowledge is superior to miracles. The knowledge of cause and effect is superior to miracles. That is why God has made it in such a way that only the probability of miracles in our daily life is only, from 0 to 2%. Maximum, the highest probability of miracles in our daily life, the highest is 2%. Even on regular basis is less than, it's between 0.2 to 2%, the probability of miracles. So it is not normal to wait and live for miracles. So it is rather to go and study to be anesthesiologist like this person who is raising people from the dead every day, 10, 50, than for you to be waiting to be a miracle worker. Oh God, I'm waiting on the mountain. I'm on this mountain for 7 days, 70 days, 2 months, 1 year, 40 days fast, 40 days this, and that God will make me to raise the dead. The anesthesiologist is raising the dead every day, 10 of them every day. Doctors, surgeons are raising the dead every day. Hundreds. And you are waiting for one miracle to raise the dead one day. And that dead is not even certified dead. It's just maybe it's just clinical dead. he's not even dead. Maybe he just fainted. And you even that's why you cannot raise from the dead. Because God has created a world that the world will be run by principles. The world is not supposed to be run by miracles. The world is supposed to be run by principles, not by miracles. The world is supposed to be run by principles, not by miracles. Miracles are exceptions. Principles are the rules. So, are you expecting some miracles in 2017? Are you still expecting them? Are you still expecting some miracles in 2017? You could expect. But what have you done to expect to qualify yourself for those miracles? What have you done? What are you doing? It's better for you to do everything that you need to do from your own part. Before you begin now to expect miracles, do everything you need to do, and God will decide if you need miracle or not. And it is God who does miracles at the end of the day, not you, and not your works, not your attempts, not your religiosity brings you miracle. It is what God does that brings miracle. So shallow men, though, religion, and that is why a lot of churches are going to be irrelevant in the next 20, 50 years. And do you know why churches in Europe are no more relevant? Because they didn't balance their teachings. Churches in Europe and America, they are dying off. Churches are dying off. They're dying off like nonsense. Churches are not relevant in Europe or in developed countries anymore. They are dying off. People are losing interest. Churches are not. They are not. Only some marginal people, some weak people or desperate people are in churches these days. Normal people, they don't respect church anymore. You know why? Because churches, people are getting wiser every day. People are getting wisdom every day. And people are discovering that, why should I just be going to church to be waiting for some miracles when God has already made miracles all around me? Oh, the whole earth itself is a miracle. And God is already giving me the power to be that miracle worker. God has already made you and given you the power to be the miracle worker yourself. And now, so churches are no more, appealing to people. Why? Because the church has not brought out the balanced message. And the balanced message is to teach people, for people to be miracle workers themselves, to teach people that miracle is not what you're supposed to be living by, to teach people that miracle, they should not be waiting and expecting miracles. The churches are supposed to let people know that yes, miracles are possible, yes, God does miracles, yes, miracles are wonderful, but don't be waiting for miracles. But what the churches have done is that they have overemphasized miracles. Everything is about miracle, miracle, miracle. And in a society that is advanced, in a society that is having knowledge and wisdom, that information is spread very fast, they discover that it is fake. The people have discovered that why should I be waiting for miracles when, why should I? Because miracle is always a chance. Miracle is like wait for chance. Why should I wait for chance when I could, follow concrete rules and principles and be sure of certain results? So when churches are telling people that without God you can do nothing, and without only God can do this, only God, only you have to go to church, you have to do only miracles, only God, only this. Yes, without God you can do nothing, because God sends you oxygen. God wakes you up in the morning. God sends you sun. God gives you strength. God gives you the energy you have. But He has already done all the miracles. God has already given you all that. He has already given you the sun. He has already given you the oxygen. He has already given you the strength. He has already given you the body. He has already given you the mind. He has already done all the miracles that you need to function. So now you are going to sit on his neck again and say, I know, maybe, but that is why, when we say God, without God, you cannot do anything, it doesn't mean that that you cannot function every day without God. It's just like saying now that I have this water here. You see this water? I have this water here, and I have the cup here, and I'm saying without God I cannot do it. Without God I cannot do anything. So God Almighty, in the name of Jesus, I need to drink water. I die out of thirsty. God, in the name of Jesus, make you pour that water and make you take that cup and put it in my mouth. God, without you I can do nothing. So take the water, oh God, the Holy Spirit, in Jesus' name. Holy Spirit. Pour the water, bring it to my mouth. I command that water, pour. I command the water, come, pour down. No, of course, without God you cannot do anything. But God has already provided the water. God has provided the cup. Make you wake your head up and pour the water with your own physical hand. He has given you the hand. He has given you the mouth. He has given you the water. He has given. What else are you waiting for? You be fool. And drink your water. Drink your water if you need to drink water. Good stuff. Good water. Good stuff. Adeleke Adewale Emmanuel is asking audio version of this place. Audio version. I think you are in Nigeria, or Adeleke Adewale. If you are in Nigeria, please get in touch with Shioma. You should choose Shioma or Ushe. One of them here. They normally put their telephone here. If you get in touch with Shioma, I think she normally writes her telephone here. If you get in touch with her, she might be able to get you the audio version of that message. So to wait for miracles and to be waiting for miracles is like doing that what I just did with that water right now. It's like doing what I just did with that water. So it is shallow men. Shallow men wait for miracles or for luck. Shallow men believe in luck or miracles. But strong men, they know that God has already performed He has already done the greatest miracle. And that miracle is that He has already created everything that we need for life and godliness. And He has already given us everything that we need for life and godliness. He's given us water, He's given us ocean, He's given us land, He's given us sea, He's given us fruits, He's given us nature, He's given us mineral resources, He's given us air, He's given us everything. Just go and work on it. Only shallow men believe in luck and all miracles. Only shallow men believe in luck and miracles. Strong men believe in cause and effect. Strong men believe in cause and effect. What is cause and effect? Cause and effect means if I don't do anything by myself or with God, what God has already given me, nothing will happen. I must use my energy to go and get knowledge, and I must use that knowledge. That is the cause. I must cause something to happen. I must cause something to happen. God has already provided everything. When I make all my own efforts, when I do everything that I need to do from my own side, I have produced God the cause for me to have result. Effect. Effect means result. And that means that results don't come if I don't provide the cause, the reason for the result to come. So cause and effect means the cause is the reason Why do you think you qualify for miracle? Why do you think that miracle should come? Why do you think that this year that is coming now should be different from the last year that just ended? What is the argument? What reason? What have you done differently? If you have not done anything differently for this new year that is coming, and you are expecting a new result, it's like being a lunatic. It's like craziness. Only crazy people don't do anything new and they are expecting new results. If you keep on doing the same thing, you only have the same result. If you're doing the same thing and expecting a new result, you are crazy. You are not mad. You are mad. You are not normal. Since you have not done a new thing, so what should you do in Christmas seasons and New Year holidays and things like that? What you should do is to be doing analysis of yourself. What have you done like wrong last year, or what did you do last year that were okay but that gave you the result you already have now? And then you are supposed to analyze and plan out new things that you are supposed to do that will give you more satisfactory result. So you have to plan new actions, new expectations, new cause, new reasons, new arguments, new efforts to put into it. Then after you have planned out and you have come out with new decisions and new activities, then you can now say, now I'm doing new things. Now those new things will bring me new results. I'm putting in new efforts, and this new fresh effort will bring me new fresh results. But if you did not plan, change your efforts, change your activities, if you did not change your knowledge base, if you did not get new set of knowledge, if you did not get new set of information, and you are just expecting that the new result will come, you demand? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You take crazy? That is nonsense. You have not done anything new. You have not done new efforts, new preparation. You have not brought in new knowledge to your mind, new wisdom, new set of information. And you are expecting that God will just... Do you think God is unfair? Do you think God is foolish? You want to fool God? What we are trying to do sometimes is to fool God. We want to fool God with our prayers. We want to deceive God. God cannot be deceitful. God knows that you have not gotten new information yet, and that you just want to bribe him with your prayers. God knows that you have not put in the effort yet, and just want to bribe him with your tithe and offering and gift and prophetic gift and sowing tithe and offering, and you want to bribe him to change the rules for you without you doing everything. You think God is just foolish like that? That's why 90% of prayers in churches don't come to pass. You go and check. 90% of prayers in churches don't come to pass at all. Especially those prayers for miracles, they don't come to pass. They only get 2% answer. And it is those 2% answer that they begin to parade. Oh, when I was in Paris. Oh, there was a dead woman who came. Oh, when I was in Abuja. Oh, the woman has been barren for 20 years. 20 years barrenness. When I just said this in the door and the womb just opened. When I was the crusade in Kwara. Oh, the blind man came. I brought one now. Come and do this one right time. I won't go now. Not the one in Abuja and Kwara and Badi will remember. But this one that's here. Come and do it. Do it now. If their miracles have been predictable, we could do it anytime we want. Foolishness and stupidity has been enthroned on our society. And those are the people who are pastoring also. Those are the people who are leading. These are the leaders of the country. These are the heroes of the country. It is the pastors and preachers who are doing all this rubbish that the whole country is following. These are the most privileged people in the country. These are the most elevated people in the society. The pastors, they are the ones who are, especially in Africa, they are going to be irrelevant in Europe. And they are using people's ignorance to spread their deception and put people in more bondage. Any society that is always looking for miracles make their people weak. Any society that is always looking and teaching their people to expect miracles, to look for miracles, they are making that society to be shallow. Any society that is making people to be we're expecting miracles, looking for miracles and all that, they are causing that nation to be weak. The country and nation will always be weak. That is always expecting miracles and waiting for miracles, praying for miracles, and teaching people to expect and be waiting for miracles. That society will always be weak. That society will always be poor. That society will always be naked and helpless. And that is what has happened to all these developing countries, where too much emphasis are being laid on miracles, and it is only the societies that are being taught about the power of cause and effect. It is only when the principles and the teaching of cause and effect is widespread in the society, only then the society becomes strong. It is only when a society is based on informed knowledge, only when a society is based on understanding and wisdom and science and know-how, that society goes forward. Oh, somebody will say, oh yeah, but yes, Europe, okay, what is they are developed, and America, they are developed, but they don't have God. But you are running there. You are running there to get their dollar. You are running there to get their pounds. You are running there now. If they are going to hell, if they are bad, if they are sinners, make you sit in Africa now, be living in your poverty. Why don't your miracles bring you all the things you need in Africa?